The rain fell hard on my windows. I cleaned the kitchen floor. I cleaned the table. I cleaned everything. But the house still felt cold. My name is Cheryl. I am 38 years old. I work at a library. I love books. I love quiet places. But my home was not a quiet place. It was a lonely place. My husband is Dermot. He is handsome. He wears expensive suits. He smiles at other people. But he never smiles at me. Dermot comes home late every night. He eats his dinner in silence. He reads his phone. He does not ask about my day. He does not hold my hand anymore. I feel invisible in my own home. The rain became louder. I looked out the window. The street was empty. The sky was dark gray. Then the doorbell rang. I opened the door. Giselle stood there. She was my best friend. We met in college. We shared everything. We laughed together. We cried together. But today, Giselle looked different. Her face was white. Her hands shook. Her eyes looked scared. Cheryl, she said, I need your help. I pulled her inside. I closed the door. I gave her a towel. She dried her hair. But her hands still shook. What happened? I asked. I cannot tell you, she said. Not now, not here. She looked at the stairs. She looked at the doors. She was afraid of something. Giselle, you can trust me, I said. I know, she said. That is why I came. Please, Cheryl, come with me tonight. Where? I asked. To a bar, she said. I need to forget my troubles. I need a friend. Please. I wanted to say yes. Giselle was my sister. We shared everything. Or so I thought. But I knew Dermot would be angry. He did not like me going out. He said bars were dangerous. He said I should stay home. I cannot, I said. Dermot does not like it. Giselle grabbed my hands. Her eyes filled with tears. Please, she said. I am scared. I need you. Just one drink. Just 1 hour. I looked at her face. I saw real fear. I saw real pain. Okay, I said. I will go with you. She smiled. But the smile was sad. She hugged me tight. Thank you, she whispered. You are my only true friend. We sat on the sofa. We waited. Giselle checked her phone every minute. She looked at the door. She looked at the window. What are you afraid of? I asked. I will tell you later, she said. Not here. Then we heard a car outside. My heart jumped. Dermot was home. The door opened. Dermot walked in. He wore his dark suit. His hair was perfect. He looked cold and strong. Then he saw Giselle. His face changed. His eyes became hard. His mouth became a thin line. Giselle stood up. She looked at him. He looked at her. Something passed between them. Something dark. Something dangerous. Hello, Dermot, Giselle said. Her voice was quiet. Giselle, he said. His voice was like ice. I looked at them both. Something was wrong. Something I did not understand. We are going out tonight, I said. Just for 1 hour. Dermot turned to me. His eyes were cold. Where? He asked. To a bar, I said. Giselle needs company. He looked at Giselle again. I saw something strange in his eyes. Was it fear? Was it anger? Was it hate? Be careful, he said to me. His voice was low. Be careful with what you drink tonight. The words felt heavy. They felt like a warning. What do you mean? I asked, but he did not answer. He walked to the stairs. He went up to our room. He closed the door. Giselle and I stood in silence. Why did he say that? I asked. I do not know, Giselle said, but her eyes said something different. Her eyes said she knew. Let us go, she said, now, before it is too late. We put on our coats. We walked to the door. The rain still fell hard. The night was dark. I looked back at my house. I looked at the window upstairs. I saw Dermot's shadow behind the curtain. He was watching us. A cold feeling filled my chest. Something bad was going to happen. I knew it, but I did not know what, and I did not know why. We walked into the rain. We walked into the night. We walked into danger, and I did not know that my life would change forever. The bar was dark inside. Red lights hung from the ceiling. Music played loud. People talked and laughed. But I did not feel happy. Giselle walked fast through the crowd. She found a table in the corner, the darkest corner. We sat down. This is good, she said. Nobody can see us here. I looked around. The bar was expensive. Women wore shiny dresses. Men wore suits. Everyone looked rich. But Giselle did not look at them. She looked at the door. She watched every person who came in. Giselle, what is wrong? I asked. Nothing, she said, but her eyes said everything. A waiter came to our table. He was young. He smiled. What can I get you? He asked. 2 martinis, Giselle said. Make them the same, exactly the same. Of course, the waiter said. He walked away. Giselle checked her phone. She looked at the door again. She bit her lip. You are scared, I said. I am careful, she said. There is a difference. Tell me what happened, I said. Please. She shook her head. Not yet. After we drink. After I feel brave. The waiter returned. He carried 2 glasses. They looked exactly the same. Clear liquid, a green olive in each glass. He put them on the table. He walked away. Giselle stared at the glasses. She did not touch them. Which one is mine? I asked. It does not matter, she said. They are the same. But she still did not drink. Then a man walked toward our table. He was tall. He wore a black jacket. His face looked hard. Excuse me, he said. Do you have the time? Giselle looked at him. Her face went white. No, she said. Go away. The man smiled. But it was not a kind smile. I just want to know the time, he said. He leaned closer to our table. I felt afraid. Something was wrong with this man. We do not know, I said. Please leave. He laughed. He stood too close. He looked at our glasses. I reached for my purse. I wanted my phone. But my hands shook. The purse fell from my lap. It hit the floor. Everything spilled out. My keys, my lipstick, my coins. Oh no, I said. I bent down. I picked up my things. When I looked up, the man was gone. He disappeared into the crowd. Giselle looked sick. Her hands covered her face. That was him, she whispered. Who? I asked. One of them, she said. They found me. My heart beat fast. What are you talking about? I need to use the bathroom, she said. She stood up fast. Do not leave. Do not move. I will be right back. She walked away quickly. She pushed through the crowd. She disappeared. I sat alone at the dark table. The music was too loud. My head hurt. I looked at the two glasses. They sat there, waiting. I felt hot. I needed air. I reached for a tissue in my coat pocket, but my hand knocked one glass. It moved to the left. I grabbed it. I put it back. But where did it go before? I could not remember. The lights were too dark. The glasses looked the same. Did I put it in the right place? I was not sure. I waited. I looked at the door. I looked for Giselle. Then she came back. She sat down. She looked tired. Are you okay? I asked. No, she said, but I have to be. She picked up one glass. She held it up. To friendship, she said. I picked up the other glass. It felt cold in my hand. To forever, I said. We touched the glasses together. They made a soft sound. Giselle drank half of her glass. She watched me. I drank all of mine. I drank it fast. The liquid was cold. It burned my throat. Then I tasted something strange, something bitter, something wrong. This tastes bad, I said. Giselle looked at me. Her eyes went wide. What do you mean? She asked. I do not know, I said. It tastes bitter, like medicine. She grabbed my hand. Which glass did you drink? I do not know, I said. They looked the same. Her face changed. She looked terrified. Oh God, she said. Oh God, Cheryl, what? I asked. What is wrong? But she did not answer. She stared at my face. The room started to spin. The red lights became blurry. The music became far away. Giselle? I said. I feel strange. She held my hand tight. Too tight. It hurt. Stay with me, she said. Cheryl, stay with me. But the room kept spinning. My head felt heavy. My body felt weak. Something was very wrong. Something terrible was happening to me, and I did not know what it was. The lights started to spin. They moved in circles. Red lights, blue lights. They went round and round. I closed my eyes. But the spinning did not stop. It got worse. My ears felt strange. They felt full, like cotton was inside them. The music became quiet, then loud, then quiet again. I opened my eyes. I looked at Giselle, but I could not see her clearly. Her face was blurry. She moved in and out of focus. Giselle, I said. But my voice sounded far away. It did not sound like my voice. She said something. Her mouth moved, but I heard nothing. The words did not reach me. I wanted to tell her. I wanted to say I felt sick. I wanted to ask for help, but the words were stuck in my throat. They would not come out. My tongue felt heavy. My mouth would not move right. My hands felt cold, then hot, then cold again. I looked at them. They did not look like my hands. The room tilted to one side. The table moved. Or maybe I moved. I could not tell. People danced near us. They moved fast, too fast. Their faces had no features, just shapes, just shadows. Then I saw a tall shadow. It came toward our table. It moved through the crowd. Was it a man? I could not tell. The shadow was dark. It was big. It blocked the light. Was it Dermot, my husband? Or was it the stranger from before? I tried to look, but my eyes would not focus. Everything was blurry. Everything was wrong. Giselle saw the shadow too. She stood up fast. She grabbed my hand. Her fingers dug into my skin. Her face looked different now. It was twisted. Her eyes were wide with terror. Her mouth was open. She leaned close to me. Her lips were near my ear. She whispered something. I felt her breath on my skin. I heard sounds, but the sounds made no sense. The words were jumbled. They were broken. Was she saying sorry? Was she saying run? I did not know. Giselle, I tried to say, but nothing came out. My head fell forward. It was too heavy. I could not hold it up anymore. I put my head on the table. The wood felt cold. It felt hard. I tried to lift my head, but I could not. My neck would not work. My body would not work. Then I heard Giselle scream. It was a short scream, a scared scream. I opened my eyes a little, just a little. I saw her. She was standing, but she was not alone. 2 men stood on each side of her. They were big men. They wore dark clothes. Their faces were hard. One man grabbed her arm. The other man grabbed her other arm. No, Giselle said, please, no. She tried to pull away, but she could not. They were too strong. They started to move. They pulled her toward the back of the bar, toward a door I did not see before. Giselle looked back at me. Her face was white. Tears ran down her cheeks. Cheryl, she said, but her voice was far away, so far away. I tried to stand. I tried to help her, but my legs did not move. My body did not move. I was stuck. I was frozen. I was useless. The men pulled her through the door. She disappeared into the dark. The door closed, and she was gone. I tried to scream. I opened my mouth, but no sound came out. Nothing came out. My body was like a stone, heavy, cold, dead. The darkness came. It came from all sides. It came fast. The red lights disappeared. The music disappeared. Everything disappeared. I fell deep. I fell into a black hole, and then there was nothing. Nothing at all. I opened my eyes. White ceiling, white walls, my bed. I was home. My head hurt. It hurt so much. It felt like someone hit me with a rock. I tried to sit up, but my body felt weak. My arms shook. Then I saw him. Dermot sat in the chair next to the bed. He watched me. His face was calm. Too calm. You are awake, he said. His voice was flat. What happened? I asked. My throat hurt. My mouth was dry. You drank too much, he said. I had to bring you home. I closed my eyes. I tried to remember. The bar, the red lights, the music, the drink, Giselle. My eyes opened fast. Where is Giselle? Dermot looked at me. His eyes were cold. She left you there, Cheryl, he said. She ran away. No, I said. That is not true. It is true, he said. She left you alone at the bar. You were sick. You could not walk. I had to come and get you. I shook my head, but it hurt too much. I stopped. You are lying, I said. He smiled, but it was not a real smile. Why would I lie? He asked. Where is she? I asked again. Where is Giselle? I do not know, he said, and I do not care. She is not a good friend to you. I sat up. My head spun. But I did not care. I need my phone, I said. Dermot picked up my phone from the table. He gave it to me. I opened it. My hands shook. I went to my messages. I looked for Giselle's name. It was not there. I scrolled down. I scrolled up. I looked everywhere. All our messages were gone. Every single one. Years of messages. All deleted. What did you do? I asked. My voice was loud. I did nothing, Dermot said. Maybe she blocked you. Maybe she does not want to talk to you anymore. No, I said. You did this. You deleted them. He stood up. He walked to the window. He looked outside. You drank too much, Cheryl, he said. You do not remember things clearly. You need to rest. He walked to the door. He left the room. He closed the door behind him. I sat alone in the bed. I looked at my phone. Empty. No messages. No proof. I knew the truth. Something terrible happened, and Dermot was lying to me. I got out of bed. My legs were weak, but I walked to the chair. My coat was there, the coat I wore last night. I picked it up. I searched the pockets. I found my keys. I found a tissue. Then I felt something else. A piece of paper. Small. Folded. I pulled it out. I opened it. It was a note. The handwriting was messy, like someone wrote it fast, like someone was scared. I read the words, an address, a street name, a number, and below that, $500,000. My hands started to shake. This was Giselle's handwriting. She wrote this. She put it in my pocket. When? How? I tried to remember. Then I saw it. The moment before I fell, she was close to me. She whispered in my ear. She must have put the note in my pocket then. But why? I looked at the address again. I looked at the number. $500,000. What did this mean? I sat down on the bed. I thought hard. I put the pieces together. Giselle was scared. She came to my house. She wanted to go to the bar. She looked terrified. The strange man, he came to our table. He stood too close. I dropped my purse, the drinks. 2 identical drinks. I moved them. I drank the wrong one. Then I understood. The truth hit me like a wave. The drink was drugged. Someone put something in it. But the drug was not for me. It was for Giselle. And Dermot knew. He knew what would happen. That is why he warned me. Be careful with what you drink tonight. He knew someone would drug a drink. He knew because he planned it. Dermot wanted to drug Giselle. Dermot wanted to take her. Dermot wanted her gone. Why? Because of the money. $500,000. They were involved in something. Something dark. Something dangerous. A business deal. Or maybe something worse. And Giselle was going to take the money. She was going to expose him. She was going to tell the truth. So Dermot sent those men. He told them to drug her. He told them to take her. But I drank the glass. I drank the drug meant for Giselle. I made a mistake. I moved the glasses. I changed everything. The glass was meant for Giselle, not for me. I sat on the bed. The note was in my hand. My whole body shook. My husband was a monster. He tried to hurt my best friend. Maybe he did worse than hurt her, and I could not do anything to stop it. I waited until Dermot left the house. Then I got dressed. I took the note. I went to the address. It was early morning. The sun was not up yet. The sky was gray. The streets were empty. I walked for a long time. My legs hurt. My head still hurt. But I did not stop. I found the place. It was a park. An old park. Nobody was there. The ground was muddy. Trees grew everywhere. The air was cold and wet. I walked into the park. I looked for Giselle. I looked everywhere. Giselle, I called, but nobody answered. I walked deeper into the park. The mud was thick. It stuck to my shoes. Then I saw something on the ground. Something blue. Something soft. I walked closer. I bent down. I picked it up. It was a scarf. Giselle's scarf. The one she wore yesterday. The one I gave her for her birthday. The scarf was wet. It was dirty. And it had something else on it. Blood. A small amount of blood. Dark red. Dry. My hands shook. The scarf fell from my fingers. No, I whispered. No, no, no. She is not here, Cheryl. I turned around fast. Dermot stood behind me. He wore his dark coat. His face was calm. What are you doing here? I asked. I followed you, he said. I knew you would come. Where is Giselle? I asked. My voice shook. He walked closer. He looked at the scarf on the ground. She is gone, he said. She will never come back. What did you do? I asked. What did you do to her? He smiled, but it was a cold smile. I did what I had to do, he said. You monster, I said. You killed her. I did not kill anyone, he said. Other people did that. I just gave the order. My legs felt weak. I wanted to run, but I could not move. Why? I asked. Why did you do this? Because she stole from me, he said. $500,000. She was going to run away with it. She was going to tell everyone about our deal. What deal? I asked. That is not your business, he said. He stepped closer. He grabbed my shoulder. His fingers were strong. They hurt. It was supposed to be her, Cheryl, he said. His voice was angry now. Why did you drink that glass? If you did not drink it, everything would be simple now. I stared at him. I understood everything. You drugged the drink, I said. You sent that man. You planned everything. Of course I did, he said. But you ruined it. You moved the glasses. You drank the wrong one. So it is my fault? I asked. My voice was loud. You blame me? You delayed everything, he said. You fell unconscious. You could not call for help. You could not save her. By the time my men realized the mistake, it was too late. They took her anyway. Tears ran down my face. She is dead because of me. She is dead because she stole from me, Dermot said. But yes, if you did not drink that glass, maybe things would be different. He let go of my shoulder. He walked away. He stopped and looked back. Go home, Cheryl, he said. Forget about Giselle. She does not exist anymore. The police will find nothing. I erased everything. I will tell them, I said. I will tell them what you did. He laughed. Tell them what? You have no proof. You have no evidence. You were drunk at a bar. Your friend left you there. That is the only story that exists. He walked away. He disappeared into the trees. I stood alone in the park. I looked at the scarf. I looked at the blood. I picked it up. I held it close. I cried. Giselle was gone. Forever. And I could not save her. I went to the police. I told them everything. But Dermot was right. They found nothing. No body, no witnesses, no evidence. They said Giselle probably ran away. They said she left the city. They said these things happen. They did not believe me. Nobody believed me. I went home. I had nowhere else to go. I had no money. I had no family. I had nothing. Dermot was there. He smiled at me. He acted like everything was normal. Welcome home, he said. I did not speak to him. But I had to stay. I was trapped. I was his prisoner. Days passed. Weeks passed. Months passed. Every night, I sat by the window. I held a glass of water. I looked at the street. I thought about that night. The bar, the drinks, the glasses. I moved them. I drank the wrong one. I made one small mistake. And Giselle died because of it. If I did not drink that glass, would she still be alive? If I did not move the glasses, would everything be different? Did I lose her forever because of one mistake? The questions never stopped. They never went away. They lived in my head. They grew bigger every day. Sometimes I wished I was the one who disappeared. I wished I was the one they took. I wished I drank the right glass. Because living with this guilt was worse than death. Every night, I sat by the window. Every night, I asked the same questions. And every night, there were no answers, only darkness, only silence, only pain. Giselle was gone, and I was the one who let her go. Thank you for listening until the end. If you felt something comfort, sadness, or hope, please press like. It helps this small channel reach more listeners. Share this story with a friend or a student who enjoys learning through stories. And remember to subscribe to Teddy English Story. Subscribing is free, but it supports us more than words can say. Turn on the bell so you can come back easily next time. A new story will be waiting for you.